what would you say are some of the biggest challenges we face in bringing sort of game-based learning and some of the gamification components?
So there are, yes, there are challenges. I'm going to talk about two. The first is general buy-in. Okay, the press, negative, just around video games in general, spending time playing, all that sort of stuff. So there needs to be that general shift to say, actually, we understand that the press just likes to talk negative about everything, okay? But that doesn't necessarily mean that the experience that we will have if we choose to use games in the classroom are going to be negative experiences. So if we can make that shift, and whether it's a class teacher, whether it's MLT, SLT, whoever, if we can start to get that buy-in that's like, yeah, try it, see what happens. I can see schools in other areas having success with this. Let's see what happens. So that's the first thing that needs to be overcome. The second is generally a mindset thing. Okay, as a teacher, how often do you feel like you have to be the expert? Absolutely. And that's the key word, is that if we're thinking video games, if you are not necessarily an avid player yourself, chances are your students are going to know far more than you will ever know and feel comfortable with. So if you can get into that mindset that says, actually, I just need to be a facilitator. If I've got a lesson plan or a structure and I know the types of activities that I'm going to be doing, and you give them some free time. So an example, I've mentioned the 8-session pack that I'm creating at the minute based on the world that I used for the tournament last year. The way that I've tried to structure that, or for each session, is, right, here's an overall learning objective, or how we're trying to link it to the curriculum. Here are 3 activities, right? Break them all up into teams, get them into the world, get them to record this. And then it's like, right, bring them back, have that discussion. So it's a loose structure so that it's still student led to an extent, but you then don't need to be the expert. You just need to facilitate. Now, if you start going down the route of coding and things like that and creative, slightly different. But if you're utilizing the game to support other activities and linking back to the curriculum, yeah, it's don't worry about trying to be the expert, because sadly, you're never going to be the experts. Not when it comes to children, devices, gaming, all that sort of stuff. So if teachers can get that mindset and say, that's fine, I'm happy being the facilitator, and as you said, say, I haven't got the answer to that, but you know what, you can Google it, I'm sure you can find a video for it, or whatever your question is, that is half the battle.